It is halftime at the Rio Rancho Events Center in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. The Northern Arizona Wranglers on the road tonight to battle the Duke City Gladiators. The halftime score, Duke City on top right now after a pretty back and forth first half, Ed. 19-16 right now, the score at halftime.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough start for the Wranglers. Some miscommunication between Caleb Barker and Jacoby Smith as far as the exchanges go between center and quarterback, and Israel Tucker fumbled the ball on one of the initial drives. But the second quarter is when everything really hopped off as far as the action. Izzy Tucker with 2 rushing touchdowns, his 10th and 11th of the season. Javin Kilgore throws a few touchdowns for Duke City, and they go for an extra point. Uric Jones blocks the second extra point. Marquise Bridges runs it back for a 2-pointer, makes it 16-16. And then Kevin Gessling, he kicks a long field goal right before the half and gives them the 3-point lead. Duke City 19-16.
It was literally a dogfight, Ed, that entire first half, and we're looking forward to a very exciting second half. We'll step aside, take a short timeout here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. We're looking to be joined by the Hideout Bar watch party up there in Prescott Valley, Arizona here in just a little bit, and then we'll take a look at some of the first half highlights as well when we return here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. Make sure and stay with us.
Obviously, we got termites.
Well, the first thing is, you gotta know what they're biting on.
Whoa, yeah.
This aged birchwood is perfect for the big ones this time of year.
Oh,
They gobble it up like a candy bar.
nice.
What's going on?
What?
I told you to hire a pro.
I did get a pro.
An Orkin pro.
I got this.
Got termites? Don't call any pro. Call the Orkin Pro. With over 120 years of experience, nobody's better. Orkin, the best in pests.
You're still paying me for this.
Just relax.
And that's cut. We are clear.
Come on, Playmaker. Why you always got to be so awkward on camera? I would say you make me look bad, but we both know that is entirely impossible.
It was possible back in the day on the football field, that's for sure.
You got to be losing your mind. Somebody roll back these tapes, man. Can somebody get this man some water? He ain't feeling well. Please, somebody.
We'll all feel better when you stop all that trash talk.
Dog, are you serious? Look like you needed some real trash talk. See, this ain't trash. This is recycling, which means it goes in the recycling bin. Schooling you again, Playmaker, as usual.
The only thing you ever schooled me on was how to get away with bad calls. That was embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing as you putting recyclables in the trash can.
When did we start talking about your touchdown dance? That was embarrassing.
You're gone too far.
Just like old days. Boy, you know I love you.
Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. James Poovey live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, an exciting first half there against the Duke City Gladiators. We're going to take a look at 2 halftime highlights here in just a moment, but Duke City right now is really making it tough on this Wranglers defense and offense and playing well as well on special teams.
Oh, yes, they are. All 3 phases are working for Duke City right now, and you would have expected that. That's their home finale. This is a playoff-bound football team, and you know they're going to give their home crowd the best effort they could. On 505 night, they're appreciating all the fans. They're in the Albuquerque, Rio Rancho area, so they're giving them some love. And also, we got to give some love to our counterparts, our brethren with the Duke City Gladiators for giving us love on the broadcast, JP.
We do, absolutely. Sebastian Knoll, the play-by-play voice of the Duke City Gladiators, alongside Daryl Stoneham on color analysis there for Duke City. Always enjoy listening to those guys. You can tell, Ed, when you listen to them, they have fun doing the games together, and that's what really matters, right?
Absolutely. It's a tight brotherhood with us as far as broadcasters. There's only 14 sets of them. So for Sebastian and Daryl, you guys are doing a fantastic job out there in Rio Rancho. Keep up the great job. We love what you guys are doing. Everybody, that's going to be involved in that broadcast. Thank you guys for shouting us out and giving us some love, and we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely right. Let's take a look at a couple of highlight plays here from tonight's first half of action at the Rio Rancho Event Center. Both of these courtesy of Israel Tucker, getting out there to the edge. He's done that all season long, Ed, there on a stretch play and putting in the first points of the night for the Wranglers. And we know Izzy is not scared to do contact. 11 rushing touchdowns on the season. Here's his 11th right here. What a great run right there by Izzy, and just the offensive line. Josh Poe,
on the right side at the right guard position with the great blocking, and just and Zach Thomas on the other side at the left guard spot. Those guys are blocking really well. Jacoby Smith at the center spot. Those guys are playing really well. Obviously, allowing Caleb Barker to run like he did early on in the game, and then Izzy Tucker gets the 2 rushing touchdowns, courtesy of his skills and the great offensive line play that's been going on all season long. JP.
Another thing that's been going on all season long for this Northern Arizona Wranglers ball club, Ed, is those halftime adjustments. And make sure those coaches will go in the locker room at halftime, sit those guys down, go over the game plan for this tonight's second half, and they'll come out here a bit of a different football team here in half number 2.
Of course, and Duke City remembered what happened 3 weeks ago when they had a 15-point lead in Prescott Valley. JP, you and I were on the call on that game. They were up 41-26 with under about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So they realized what actually could happen if the Northern Arizona Wranglers catch fire and they make those proper adjustments that you talked about. And go back to what happened a week ago in San Diego. They made the proper adjustments that they needed to do to score 18 points in under a minute. Unbelievable. So these two teams are really good football teams as far as making the proper adjustments, seeing what went right in the first half, seeing what went wrong, and you try to eliminate what went wrong and elevate what went right and do more of that.
The Duke City Gladiators have been nothing short of must-see TV over the last few weeks, especially in the waning moments of the ball game. So we'll step aside here, take another short timeout, and we'll catch up with the folks there at the Hideout Bar in Prescott Valley right after we return here from the break. Stay with us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup.
There's a little piece of magic in the heart of the Verde Valley, where adventure is encouraged. Whether you're whining and dining, rocking and rolling, or pushing and pulling, it's your adventure. Play however you choose.
Who's to say you don't have the skills to reach the top? Who's to say you don't have power?
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. Who's to say you can't own the stage? Who's to say you can't put a team together? Who's to say who's best? The best ever? Or who will be in the future? And with this game-changing team to inspire us, who's to say what's possible for you? Pepsi, play to inspire.
We welcome you back to the halftime show here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. There you take a look at the Hideout Bar in Prescott Valley, the watch party there, Ed, the Rome game watch party. They've been doing that all season long, and everybody having a great time up there in Prescott Valley. How are you folks doing? Give us a little love there. If you can see us on the TV screen there tonight, we appreciate you checking in and enjoying those Wranglers, cheering those guys on there in Duke City, Ed.
Yeah, it looked like it was a full house up there at the Hideout Bar. We got to get up there sometime. I know we're busy doing the broadcasting and everything, so it's hard for us to do that. But we love that the Wranglers Nation is showing up and showing out at the Hideout Bar. We love you guys. God bless you, and we appreciate your support. And we cannot wait to see you guys next weekend for some playoff action.
Yes, it's going to be a great time. Next Saturday night, 6:05 p.m. kickoff inside the Findlay Toyota Center. We will have everything officially decided here, Ed, in the next couple of hours. But as it looks right now, it should be the Tucson Sugar Skulls coming up the hill, as we like to say, to battle these Wranglers next Saturday night.
Should that be the case, unless Bay Area pulls off some kind of pulls off something and beats Tucson and kind of, I don't know how this thing is going to flip, but I guess we would at least for now prepare for the Tucson Sugar Skulls to come back up for a second time to Prescott Valley next Saturday night.
Before that game next Saturday night, we got another half of football here tonight inside the Rio Rancho Event Center. What are some of your keys to victory here tonight in the second half for the Wranglers, Ed?
Just continue to play hard. Defense needs to continue to get after Javin Kilgo if he is going to continue to be the quarterback. I would assume that he would. I'm assuming that they're done with their starting quarterback. He's done for the night. And just continue to just play hard. Play hard on offense. in defense and special teams. I love the way Adrian Trevino kicked the ball. The young man who came in, our brand new kicker, kicked a couple extra points. He was good on the onside kick, even though it didn't convert over. It was still a really well kicked football, but just continue to play well in all three phases of football. Ramon Atkins, I don't know why I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about Ramon Atkins. We're back in action right now, JP.
Yes, they're back in action there at the Rio Rancho Event Center there in New Mexico. They're just about ready to go, showing some halftime highlights there. Almost ready to go, Ed, but not quite yet. Let's take one more look and check in there with the folks at the Hideout Bar there in Prescott Valley, Arizona.
So,
Looks
JP,
like,
for you, what are your keys to victory in the second half for the final 30?
Well, I think the Wranglers are going to have to be a little bit more stout up front, give a little bit more protection to Caleb Barker. They've had a little bit too much run through up front, and then they've got to just be a little bit more sound on the back end as far as defensive back coverage, and just kind of glue up a little bit tighter to those receivers, and hopefully pick off some of those footballs that are somehow sneaking in there into those wideouts for Gladiators.
Yeah, definitely. They've got to shore up the communication and the connection between Barker and the center. If it's going to continue to be Jacoby Smith, or if they're going to bring in Michael Bailey, whoever the center is, they've got to be able to make that exchange as clean as possible. That's got to be a perfect exchange between center and quarterback. Otherwise, the offense won't do anything.
Our halftime score, 19-16. The Duke City Gladiators on top of your Northern Arizona Wranglers by 3 right now. We encourage you to hop back over to the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. Enjoy the game broadcast there with our pal Sebastian Knoll and Daryl Stoneham. And we will be right back here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel for post-game coverage right after the conclusion of tonight's ball game. Ed, enjoy the second half, and I'll see you back here, buddy, in 30 minutes.
All right, buddy. Folks, enjoy, and we will talk to you right after the game for the post-game wrap-up.
Go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers.